Welcome, everyone, to Draw 6 of the 2025 Big Cheese Spiel. I am Dylan. I am the one operating everything, and with me commentating is our lovely Mindy Carlson.
Hello.
And
Cameron Ross.
one of our Navy curlers. Oh.
Oh, let me jiggle.
No. Wrong channel. There we go. Now you should be live, Cameron.
Technical difficulties,
there we
but
go.
we figured it out.
Yep.
We did. Well, I read the label on the headset for 3 and didn't realize.
Yeah, we
I'd
switched that headset over to channel 4 because the mute button on channel 3 is finicky.
Oh.
And we were having
Well, I
that
don't
problem.
like that.
Yeah.
Well,
It's the board, not the headset. So.
Right?
It is what it is. I'm just happy to be here. Thank you so much.
No, we're happy to have you, for sure.
Yep.
So we are, this is draw 6 of the Potomac 2025 Big Cheese Spiel. This is an internal bond spiel that is, semi-competitive. It is called an over-under spiel, so we have 2 players on each team that have 5 years or under of experience, and 2 people on each team that have over 5 years of experience. On sheet B, we will be featuring the Brie-lliant sweepers versus the pasteurized processed curling team product. I will never get that name right. And then on sheet A, we have...
I don't grate it.
Oh, I don't grate it. Oh, yeah. Versus the cracking cheese Gromit. And then on sheet C, we have Char-CUTE-ries versus Great Expectations. And on sheet D, we have Lactose Legends versus Squeak Hard, which has to do with how thick your cheese curds are.
The squeakier, the better.
The squeakier, the better.
It's the pull factor. How far can you pull it apart before it breaks?
That's right. Well, actually, when you bite these cheese curds, they squeak against your teeth.
And that's how you know it's a good cheese curd.
For those of you watching the live stream, I just got a little wave from Camille, who is one of my junior curlers. I happen to run the youth program. And she's one of my junior curlers, and she's graduating this year. And so I'm going to be really sad when she leaves because she's our junior liaison to the board, as well as being involved in tons of bond spiels all over.
It's always sad to see those junior curlers leave, but, they're going on to do something bigger.
And that one in the plaid shirt belongs to me. So we have...
Go ahead and get those raw colors swapped so that they're correct.
Yes, pasteurized processed is yellow.
Oh, no. There, now it's right.
There you go. And the Char-CUTE-ries are yellow. Oh, no. That's Great Expectations. Great Expectations is yellow.
Okay.
And then on sheet D, that is Squeak Hard, in that they are yellow.
Okay.
And then on sheet A, red is Cracking Cheese Gromit.
Okay, there we go.
All right, yep, we have it all sorted. And now we can get to some commentary. All right, on sheet B, our featured sheet, Alison Kemp is the skip for Brie-lliant sweepers, and she is calling for her second, her second to come in and do a nice draw in. Sweepers just escorting it. The weight looks a little, oh, no, they're on it. I was going to say looks like a little light, like they're slowing down a little bit. And nice little in the 12-foot. It's a good little guard for the draw path. And Craig Markwardt wants his second, Robert Tolliver, to come in on the other side and guard up their shot rock in the 4-foot. He would like it to be, I think, at least biting the 4-foot if he could possibly get it there. And he called sweep. It's a little narrow. It's going to, but plan B, they're just going to tap their rock back, and it's going to sit right at the 12-foot, which is, you know, basically 2 rings from where they wanted it, but it's still a nice guard for that draw path.
I think that was a great call by the skip, seeing that the rock was a little off path, maybe a little heavy, and so he called the guys to go sweep on it to maybe figure something out and get a good shot out of it at the end.
Yeah, it's always a good idea when you're sort of lining up your shots to figure out what your plan B might be. Or conversely, what will happen if I make a mistake? What happens if this rock doesn't do what I want it to do? How big of a mistake is it going to be? You know, or where can it be most beneficial? And that's a lot of times how you decide what shot you're going to throw. Because every skip looks at a situation, looks at an end, and they look at what is my ideal, what can I live with, and what can't I live with.
Oh. Looks like there was a little bit of a miscue on sheet C.
Oh no, what happened?
Looks like someone threw the wrong rock color.
Oh my gosh. So I actually asked FL Edlin, who is an official, what happens if you do that, and if nobody, so if they could have just exchanged rocks, or if nobody had caught it, then that's too bad. That is their shot.
Yeah.
You've thrown that rock, and you know, that's it.
Yeah, I think in this case there was no harm done because the rock that was thrown that was wrong went out of play. So they now have swapped the red rock that was thrown for a yellow rock.
Well, and it's spirit of
this is
a bond spiel, and there is some competition happening, but there's also, because it's internal, a ton of spirit of curling, and it wouldn't surprise me at all for them to just like do over.
Yeah.
Always trying to be good sports about it.
Absolutely. Camille Schlanger with her burst vice stone. That looks like it's about a control weight shot. Maybe hack. Allison asking for her to take out that guard stone that was thrown up 2 shots ago.
Possibly a double take. Oh,
no.
Put it even closer.
Jammed a little bit, and actually for the pasteurized process people, a nice little roll back behind cover.
I like the alliteration of that.
Pasteurized process?
People.
People.
Pasteurized process.
It's almost like purple people eaters, but with cheese.
So better.
So Craig asking for Henrik Carlson to do a little draw behind. And I like the weight of that. It's coming out a little, I know it's not wide. I like it. It's not slowing down like it should though. Oh, maybe it is. They're sweeping it. But I would not have swept it. I think it's a little fast. Yep, a little fast. He's been a little fast all day. All right, Alison asking for Camille to peel the guard.
Possibly a takeout.
Mm-hmm. Yep, when in doubt, peel the guard. But Alison doesn't have any doubts. She knows that that guard has to go so that they have open space to take out that yellow rock that is on the button.
Yep, always
like
work
good
the
line,
problem rock.
Hit on the corner.
Oh, that went really well for process people, but that did not go well for Alison. That was unfortunate. But, yep, Craig calling for another guard to be put in place because that center rock is completely open.
At this point, when you have so many on the center, you just want to keep anything from happening. You want to prevent the other team from hitting yours out.
That's a little fast for a guard. It's got to curl, and it's got to slow down.
We have a comment in the chat.
Marcy, I'm cheering for Aaron Rodgers and his lovely wife. Yes. Well, so and Aaron Rodgers, he actually was wandering around with the cheese hat, his cheese head on. And then, but I think he left it in the warm room.
Either that or
I
it's
saw him
just
go
right
out
off.
wearing it.
I just can't see it
Oh,
because
it's
the
right here on
water.
the bench.
Oh, okay. It's right in front of us on the bench.
Maybe we can get him put it on.
Oh, I hope he delivers a rock with it.
Yeah, there
yes,
we go.
he's putting it on. He's gonna deliver.
There we go.
That's
Yeah.
right. We're nothing if not cheese. Or Alison getting a nice giggle.
That's not the definition of spirit of curling. I do not know what is.
Oh no, it's perfect. Like, the costumes are always amazing. Over on sheet C, Ben Peters delivering his first skip stone for Great Expectations. He's trying to take out the red that is just biting the button. And Alison Kemp with her first skips rock. She is trying to take out.
Right down the middle.
Yep, she's trying for a double. Oh, she didn't get it, but she did peel that one, which is great. Cutting him down to 2.
Ben ended up coming in a little light. So.
And Craig is going to throw a guard, a pointing guard, because he wants it right in the middle of that 12-foot to help protect the 2 shot stones behind it. Josh Day holding broom on sheet C for Michael Ray, who is going to be coming down the ice with his first skip stone. And he is throwing the same shot that Ben was throwing on the other side to try and remove the stone that is in the house.
So take out that yellow and roll towards the middle, I think. He's definitely got the weight for it.
Yep, he's. It's about a control weight shot. And so he has a chance to stick around, even if he doesn't nose it, which he nosed it dead on. That's why they pay him the big bucks. Around sheet B, Craig Markwardt coming in with the draw. Very nice soft release from Craig.
Possibly even guard it up.
Oh, he definitely wants to guard it up. He wants to put that stone right in the 12-foot. But it is heavy.
Little heavy.
Yeah. It's going all the way
You can
down.
hear Craig saying sorry. But I don't hate that.
It's still
I mean,
there.
it gives backing to the shots, the stone that is on the button.
And right now they are still sitting 3.
Yeah, from this point of view, yeah, looks like they're still sitting 3. So if I'm Alison, I mean, I'm definitely aiming for that shot on the button. And maybe doing a little bit of a rollover, but like a baby rollover. I still want to be sitting in the 4. Camille has the broom held, so it looks like it's control down.
In this
Go ahead.
situation, would you want to get 1 point or give the other team 1 point and keep hammer?
So yellow has hammer. So if I'm
they do have
Alison,
hammer.
yeah.
Oh,
So if I'm Alison, I want to steal,
I see.
or I want to force them to take 1, so that I get the hammer in the next end. Like that's ideally, when you don't have the hammer, you're stealing 1. The option you can live with is forcing your opponent to taking only 1. And unacceptable is allowing your opponent to score anything more than 1. So right now, Alison is trying for acceptable or ideal. And she nosed it beautifully. And she's got all of that yellow back there for backing. So it is entirely possible, unless, so like Henrik was just pointing, they could hit it on the right-hand side and shoot it out towards the left, so that it doesn't jam on all of their beautiful yellows back there, and they potentially score 3. Because we have this red stone here outcanning that back yellow. So that's what Craig would like to do, is to shoot that rock off to the left. And Henrik has the broom, and it looks like it's bumper. Do you think hack down? It's way over there.
Seems like a lot of
back
ice
line.
for a takeout.
Yeah, that's backline to hack.
That's backline to hack. Well, they don't need to like send it into orbit. They just need to move it. They just need to remove it over to the edge of the 12. You know, they would like it out of the house, but they don't need to throw peel weight to achieve that.
Over on sheet C, Char-CUTE-ries got 1.
Oh, nice. Good for them.
Set himself up nicely with the center line guard right there.
And Bo just informed me that Squeak
It's got
Hard,
a curl.
over on sheet D, Squeak Hard, the yellow team scored 1.
It's got a curl. It's moving over, but is it going to be enough? I don't know if he has enough weight on it.
It's just going to tap on it.
It's going to tap it, and ooh.
Right, it's
still red.
Still red 1. So Brie-lliant sweepers with their ideal outcome of scoring, of stealing 1. Pasteurized process curling team product is going to keep hammer and try again to get their 1 or 2.
Yep. So Alison got the ideal results.
Yep,
of
she
the
did.
steal. So we've got 1s across the board, except for we are still in the first on sheet A.
Aw, Roy, Steven's dad also has a cheese head. Are you wearing it in solidarity? A little heavy, but I think it's going to stick around. I think it's going to be, let's see. Oh, it's, yeah, oh no, it's going to be fine. It's going to stick around. It's going to be a little bit of a biter. Craig's going to ignore it. What did I do?
There we go.
There we go. Okay. Sorry, I was just changing our overhead camera so I could see how far it was biting. And it's like halfway on there. So Craig's going to ignore it. He could take it out if he wanted to. But he's opting to ignore it, and he is going to try and throw his own sort of point thing. But this is going way too fast. It's just going to sail right through the house. Alison's not even going to touch it. So for family members that may not know some of the rules of curling, we do have what's called the free guard rule, which is that the first 5 stones that are thrown, if they are in the guard zone, which is in the white area in front of the house, and they cannot be touching the house at all, those stones cannot be removed until the 6th shot, which allows the teams to set up their offense, because guards are not defensive, they are offensive. They give you something to hide behind. They're like adding players to the field. But if any of those first 5 rocks are in the house, like Alison's 2 certainly are, they are fair game and they can be taken out. And that is often a strategy that skips opt to do, is to keep the house clean and to get rid of their opponent's rocks. But Craig is playing his strategy, and that is also something skips do, where they have their own strategy. They don't want to chase their opponent's rocks. So he is still wanting that corner guard in the house. And this time, Jim threw it a little light, and Henrik and Robert are sweeping furiously to get it over the hog line. It's going to be over the hog line. It's going to be about a 1 guard. And also for people that are, maybe 2. So people that are new, there are, how many, 12 zones to the house?
There are 10.
10 zones, that's right. So starting from the hog line, there's zone 1, 2, 3, 4 is right at the 12 foot in the house, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they're just zones all the way back from the hog line to the back line of the house. And when we talk about things being a 1 guard, a 2 guard, a 3 guard, that's just the different zones that we think that they're going to land in the house.
You can barely see it on the screen, but you got those small little pennies placed in the ice.
Yeah, if you look really careful, you might think there's like a glitch or something on your screen, but those are little pennies. Mm-hmm.
And those those pennies don't mean anything for four-person curling. The main purpose they're there is for doubles.
That is correct. But
I
they
thought
do mark the zones.
Yeah.
Yeah, roughly.
Yeah, roughly. They do
Yeah.
mark the zones. Craig calling for a takeout. And those actually, you can actually probably get those 2 rocks out. You could do a double. Robert is certainly capable of doing a double. Ooh, he's got to sweep for line, though. It is really curling.
There was not a lot of handle on that rock.
No, nope, it lost its handle completely. So when we talk about handle, we talk about the rock rotations. The rock should be spinning, slowly spinning, but spinning down the ice. And if it's not, if it doesn't look like the handle's moving at all, we call that it doesn't have a handle. So that means it doesn't have a direction on it, that it wasn't sent in any particular direction down the ice.
The average handle you want to aim for is what, like 3.5 rotations as it goes down the sheet?
Yeah.
Something
Roughly,
like
yeah.
that.
Yeah, roughly
Three
3.5.
And yeah, because handle is what makes it curl in a specific direction.
And this one has a very, very light handle. It's barely moving at all.
It might be counterintuitive, but the less handle it has, the more it actually curls, the more distance it covers. Like the farther in it sweeps. And it's weird because the faster it spins, the straighter it goes, which some people don't think it would be that
Well,
way.
yeah, I mean, it's all about, so curling is just a ton of physics. And the more it spins, the less the friction can act on the bottom of the stone. And so, but the slower it does, the less momentum it has, the less power. And so the friction can enact upon it in a more significant way.
A pasteurized process going the same shot, but almost had the double takeout.
Oh, Henrik throwing his gripper at me. And he's skating down the ice for his first vice shot. But until that happens, we have Camille with her first vice shot. And Alison is asking her to throw a guard. She said, I want a 3 guard.
Guard right up top to protect all those that she already has in the house.
And I think, I don't think she'd be upset if it were biting or touching the house, but I think she does want more separation. Yep, get on it and sweep. It's a little light.
Oh, it's not exactly where she wanted it, but it seems like it's still going to do something.
It's
still in the way.
Yeah, it's gonna guard it up. All right, and Craig would like it gone.
Blow it up.
Yeah, for when you're taking out guards, generally the last rock you want to throw to start peeling guard or to peel a guard is your vice's first stone. And Henrik's stone about probably 8 seconds hack to hack, and he's gonna, I thought for sure he was gonna take out the rock that was touching the forefoot, but instead he just tapped the rock in the front of the house over a little bit. And I don't hate that result at all. He does, though. I can tell by how he's standing.
Yeah, Henrik's probably like, ugh, I was off by half an inch. How dare I?
Yep. He's walking home. All right, Camille with her second shot. It's coming nicely. I think there's going to be a sweeper on. Yep, they're called a sweeper on. Yeah, she's going to try and get it in. She's going to try and have it be in the 12-foot if she can get it there and easily. And it's going to just, nice, going to kiss right up against that rock. And they're slightly staggered, which makes it more difficult to take both of them out. Craig asking Henrik what he feels like throwing, and it's always going to be a hit. So yeah, normal peel weight shot, and Henrik's peel weight shots are pretty darn fast.
That is heavy. They're going to sweep it to keep the line.
And here it comes into the screen. Boom, boom. And a lovely double. They do lose the shooter, though, off to the side. So it is, but it is not out. So it will remain in play as something that potentially somebody can use later to maybe ricochet a shot off on and get it into the house off to the side. All right, Alison telling Camille that she would just like to draw in, which I think is a great idea.
Just put his cheese hat on the rock.
That's right. Send it down there. Over on sheet C, Ben Peters with his first skip stone coming in like a rocket. And boom, boom, he also is going to get a double takeout.
He's going to take out one of his own while he's at it.
Yeah, well, but that was the shooter. So that's, or I guess it wasn't the shooter, but that's fine. That's a fine result. Getting two of your opponent's stones out was what he wanted. All right, here comes Alison with her draw weight. It's a little quick, but yeah, no, it's going to be fine though. I would probably get on it and sweep a little bit.
There you go.
It's almost like they heard me. Yep, and that's just going to like ticky tap right up there. Craig's going to sweep for a little extra separation. So if he decides to try and do another double on there, he's got some space for movement.
Looks like they want to take a hit and roll.
Yep, little hit and roll.
Hit it on that right corner, the top right corner of that rock, and then roll their yellow in.
Yep,
Keep
right.
it in the 4-foot line.
Yep, Craig lining up his broom exactly where he wants Henrik's broom to be. And Henrik squatting down so he can get a better line to see how Craig's delivery is so he can determine about how to call the line in the sweeping.
I'd say from the broom, I'm going to take a guess that the weight on this is going to be...
Parking lot?
I was going to say, control up to normal.
Oh, no, that's going to be like normal plus.
Is this glass bulletproof?
Is this firm? Yeah, this might be firm to full-on peel.
Oh, yeah, this is going to be. I mean, he's only, there's only 5 inches.
Yeah. Well, and if he hits it at the right angle,
yeah,
there's a potential triple.
Well, and Craig is definitely capable.
Yeah.
Of this, he's been curling for quite a few years.
So that doesn't quite look like the weight you.
It's got it. Yeah. Well, no, but it'll definitely. He wasn't looking for the triple though. He was looking for a nice little hit and roll.
Look at that.
And he's got the double.
Oh.
And Camille on the ball with sweeping the yellow rock back a little bit. So the best Alison can do right now is 2. But she doesn't have hammer. Craig does. So there's not a lot of guards out there for her to hide behind. There is basically 1 guard for her to hide behind, and she can like come up against her own red rock to try and protect it from getting both out, from Craig coming in with another hit. Yep, that's what she wants to do. She wants to freeze up against. I missed sheet C. They obviously scored, but I missed what that was.
Yeah, I didn't catch the number, but they'll hang it here in a moment.
Yeah, they're pretty good about that. Did you get sheet A? Was a score of 2?
In the first, yes.
In the first,
yes.
Yeah. Sheet C is fast on their game.
Yeah, they are definitely the fastest out there.
Oh, beautiful delivery by Alison. Really smooth, very nice light touch. I don't think her sweepers are. Yeah, I would start sweeping it. Oh, no.
I think it's going to come right into the house.
They're kind of wait for it to curl a little bit. Henrik's going to be right there. Once it crosses the tee line, the opponent can start sweeping it. And he is going to get maybe a couple more inches on it. All right, and Craig is just going to aim for it with a draw weight. He's going to use it for backing, and he's just going to come in with draw weight.
Looks like this is going to be the hammer over on D, so let's go ahead and...
Oh, yeah, all house view?
Yep.
Oh, over on D, looks like red is sitting 1. Lactose Legends sitting 1 against Squeakard. And Squeakard has been very tough competition this whole tournament.
So this is a nice draw into full 8 for 2. Looks like
You're gonna
they
hear.
got it. Yep. They've got that.
Like, who is yelling? Yeah, looks like they got it. So 2 for the Lactose Legends. Congratulations to them. That's awesome.
Ah, there we go. On sheet C, they finally hung the score.
Sheet B, Craig's, you're going to see Craig's hammer shot coming in.
Seems a little too heavy.
They were sweeping a little bit, so it's going to be fine. It's going to, oh no, it didn't curl at all enough. So it's going to be 2 for red.
Yep.
Yep, Henrik holding up 2 fingers.
Just going to put them at 3-0 over Pasteurized process.
Yeah, but that's, I mean, it's only a second end. There's a lot of curling to go.
A lot of curling left. And you can easily make 3 points.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you could have a 5-ender easy.
I know that from experience.
Over on sheet C, the Char-CUTE-ries hung another point, so that's 2-0 for the Char-CUTE-ries over Great Expectations. And then I'm gonna sheet A. Something awesome happened, but we're gonna JR coming in with his last skip stone, and then who is it on sheet A? The not cheese girl. I don't grade it. We'll have hammer. JR's stone looking a little heavy. Liz Tickner there ready to sweep it back, and she's going to sweep it out of the house without a problem.
Which should result...
Well, so they have...
they each have 1 left.
Yeah, they each have 1 left. Oh, I thought that was... So that was JR's first stone.
Yeah.
So I don't grade that. Brian Niss coming down on sheet A for his final skip stone for real this time. And over on sheet C, so we have, I can't tell who is shot between Char-CUTE-ries and Great Expectations right now, but there are a bunch more stones to be thrown, and that's not going to matter in about 2 or 3 shots.
It's close enough for a measure now, but yeah, like.
Yeah, I mean, there's 8 more rocks that need to get down there, so. No sense in worrying about it yet.
Nope.
Especially when you have shots like that from Jackie Sharp.
As we're getting into this next round of like first shots for each sheet, you talked about the free guard rule, but that's not to be confused with the no tick rule, which I heard they just implemented like last year.
This year they implement. Yeah, World Curling Federation implemented a new rule called the no tick rule. So down the center of the sheet, you'll see a big dark line, and that's called the center line. And so any guard that rests on that center line cannot be ticked off of it.
It's in the first
in the first 5 shots.
But the 6th rock you can't.
The 6th rock you can. And if you do tick it off, the opposing skip can ask for it to be replaced. So you would lose your shot rock, and the shot that was sitting on the rock that was sitting on that center line would be replaced. So that would be like burning a rock or putting a rock out of play.
But you get to choose, unlike the free guard rule,
you
where you don't get to choose if it gets knocked out.
No, you can choose for the free guard rule.
Oh, you can choose as well.
Yeah, if you're the opposing skip. I mean, I don't know why the opposing skip would not choose to have it replaced. But, you know, as the opposing skip, as the wronged party, you can decide whether or not you want to replace that rock or you want to, or if you're happier with it not being there. And sometimes you're happier with it not being there. Especially if it was blocking your draw path.
So on sheet A, they ended up with a blank end in the second.
Yes.
So.
Yep, which means that they successfully kept that house nice and tidy.
It was very close, though.
Very close. Sheet D, looks like they red scored 2 in the second.
Yep.
Excellent.
That was the Lactose Legends.
The Lactose Legends. Michael Ray skipping. All right, Robert Tolliver with his first stone. He plays second on the team.
See the sweepers trying to keep up with it. They're kind of shuffling right along, moving, picking up speed, but it seems like it's dying.
They're kind of just escorting her down the aisle.
Seems a little heavy.
Yep, a little heavy.
Go right.
No, it's going to stick around. It's going to be right in the back 8. And it's undercover. It's under a guard, so I like that for them. It's going to make it hard for, but not impossible for Alison to get to it. And I think actually what she just wants to use her own center guard there to draw behind.
Seems like good weight, good line.
It's a little heavy. Oh, yes, for line. Well, it's starting to dive over. And it's going to tap that center guard, which is allowable now because this is after 5 rocks.
Well, and also it's their own rock, so that rule isn't.
That's right. That's right. It is their own. Yeah. If you take your own rock off of the center line, you get what you get.
Yep. Same if you accidentally remove your own free guard.
Yep. You get what you get.
It's
That's
just,
fine.
Sucks to be you, man.
It is a peel of shame.
Yep.
Craig asking Robert Tolliver for a draw. Nice smooth release. Henrik doing a heavy clean, and now Jim Graves on it to sweep to try and. Yep, Henrik on it to sweep. Jim Graves on it to sweep. Holding that line. It's going to crash up against Alison's guard. It really took a dive there. And Camille Schlanger with her first Vice Stone. Cameron, how long have you been curling nowadays?
Well, this is still my first year of curling.
Oh, well, you did wonderful.
Yeah, I went to one practice last spring right after my buddy said, hey, you know what you should do? And I said, what?
What?
I was on the intramural pickleball team at the Naval Academy, so
nice.
I really had nothing else to do. And he said, you should join the Navy curling team. And I said,
that's
you know
lovely.
what? Why not?
Well, he rescued you from pickleball.
Yeah.
He did.
Thank
You
God.
owe that person a beer.
Yeah, so I started
In
showing
the
up to
finest of
practice.
curling traditions.
Yes, in the finest.
He did say, like, to convince me. I was like, curling? I used to wrestle in high school. I played football.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very, like, physical, intensive person.
Well, and being part of the Naval Academy is is not like sitting on the couch.
No, it's not. So I was like, why would I want to go curling? And he said, you know what? It's a drinking sport.
It is a drinking sport.
But you know what? After I came onto the team, I met the people, and that's what really attracted me. Just broom stacking, like hanging out with the opposing team, even if you win or lose, like talking about so many different, like meeting so many different people, hearing so many different stories. It's amazing, and I just love the team. I love the sport. It's great. It's calm as well. Sometimes.
Right. I was like, yeah, you better change that.
Sadly, you don't see many people like chest bumping as much as I want. But
as much as I want.
You know, if you saw me earlier in the warm room, like with hyping up my team, getting ready to go out on the ice.
That's awesome.
But I love this. I just love being around other people, hearing stories, and throwing rocks out in the ice.
It is an eclectic group.
Yeah, sometimes you get that awesome shot that you were just really wanted, and you just feel so good about yourself.
Oh, yeah, when you make, like, that perfect shot.
And then you also realize that curling is a lot more physical than a lot of people think because the sweeping.
Especially when you're sweeping.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, and, you know, you're sliding, and then you got to get up off of the ice without really touching it with your hands. My God.
Yeah, I started off being lead, as most people do, and I got my fair share of sweeping. Today was actually, or yesterday was my first time skipping ever.
Oh, you did wonderful.
Yeah,
yep.
I had a 20-minute crash course of strategy from my team captain, Quinn Gonzalez.
Oh, yeah, Quinn's lovely.
He was like, all right, if you're hammer, you want to throw corner guards. If you're not hammer, you want to throw those center line guards. Why? Still don't know, besides... That's what he told me to do. That seems like basic strategy.
It's about the scoring zone. If you don't have hammer, you want the scoring zone as small as possible. If you do have hammer, you want it as big as possible.
Because if you have hammer, then you just have more open area, and you can maybe score.
Right, you could bite against the 12 and score. Like, if nothing else is in there. And center guards give you stuff to hide behind. I mean, so if you look at Sheet B right now, we've got basically 1, 2, 3, and 4 center guards that, like, you would have to, like, those all can't be peeled in one shot. So putting a rock right behind that, in line with that, is a pretty safe position for that rock to be. And if Alison, which looks like what she's doing, she's just going to throw, she's either going to throw another draw behind there, or she's going to block the draw port that's sitting between those two guards to stop the other team from scoring. So she's making the scoring zone, because she's up by 3 and she doesn't have hammer, she's making that scoring zone as small as possible. So she's making her opponents be as precise as possible with their shots.
Like, when you're ahead, make the other team make the hard shots.
Yes.
Do what you can. Make it easier on your life. Make the other team do the hard stuff.
That's exactly right. Keep your stuff simple.
So,
someone
Cameron,
just say beat Navy.
Yeah, so.
Hey, Navy, do any of the other service academies have curling teams?
Actually, no, they don't.
They don't.
We had a semester exchanged West Pointer come down from West Point and with Naval Academy team last year, and he curled with us, and we gave him the job. We said, hey, you need to go back to West Point and make a curling team.
Yeah.
As far as I know, I don't know about Coast Guard or Air Force, but I know West Point doesn't. So,
I mean, I would love it if we had people from Andrews Air Force Base come up and start curling. I think that would be amazing.
I can only do so much.
Well, I look directly at you, too.
I know.
Surprising enough, the Navy curling team is actually very new. Quinn Gonzalez, team captain right now, just started it his sophomore year, which was 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. So it's a very fresh team. A lot of the seniors, I think we got like 6 or 7 seniors right now.
Yeah.
And we're going to be missing up, or I'm going to be one of those. But we're losing a lot of people, but we have some solid juniors keeping up the tradition.
That's great.
And right now we're just trying to find more people, keep recruiting, and I mean, keep it around. I love it.
Well, I definitely want to talk to Quinn about what I can do as the junior coordinator to help make sure that the program survives after he graduates, because I think it is a really valuable program, and I think you guys add a lot to our club. So I don't want it to be something that vanishes when he's gone.
Oh, absolutely. And we truly do appreciate all that the Potomac Curling Club has done for us.
Oh, no, absolutely.
And, I was thinking about it. I'm like, I would think Air Force wouldn't have too hard a time getting one started. Because they're in Colorado Springs. Like, Colorado Springs has a curling club.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Many.
Yeah, it has a few right there. So.
Matter of fact, former Potomac Curling Club member Hunter Clausen is at Rock Creek Curling in, I think it's Fayette, Colorado, right outside of Denver.
Not sure.
Yeah.
Not sure where Rock Creek is.
Yeah, I think it's in Fayette. That's where, so U18s are there right now, but U18s was there last year as well, and I had the absolute privilege of escorting my oldest child out there to be part of a U18 team.
Ah. All right, so while we were discussing all kinds of fun things, on sheet C, Great Expectations scored 2 in
Good
the
for
third
them.
end to tie the game.
That is very exciting. And on sheet B, Craig throwing a peeling takeout that basically sets his team up to be second and opens up that draw port again. And basically they're going to force Alison to throw another guard.
I think the best case for Alison, would you want to like clog that up at the between all those yellows, or would you want to put it like right on the edge of the 8-foot line? Or maybe even farther, like on the 4.
I mean, for me, because of how I play, I would want it to be a guard outside of the house. I would want it to be in the middle of that draw port.
You just take the 1 point.
But and take it. But yeah, definitely it could absolutely be on that 12-foot. I'm not exactly sure what she called.
Yeah.
Given where Camille's broom is, because she could be either calling a draw or she could be calling like a hack weight hit on that yellow that is undercover right now.
We'll see which way that she lines up her
That
handle.
would probably be my guess of what the call is.
Because I didn't see which direction Camille's hand was pointing, if she pointed it at all.
Yeah, the sweepers just switched sides, so I feel like they're gonna put an outside spin on it. Yeah.
She still has the
Upper.
handle pointing straight.
She goes,
Yeah,
so
she's
that
going to
back
try
yellow.
and take a nice soft weight takeout against of that yellow rock.
Sweepers are on it to keep the line.
Yeah, they don't want it to dive over. Looks like she's
Good
got it.
job, Yep.
Look at that.
I mean, that's why you pay your sweepers, people.
And a nice roll towards the center line.
Yep, and Craig's going to aim right for that lovely backing right there, those two rocks that are right up against each other.
Yep, just a nice draw.
Just draw it in.
And yeah, somewhere between T to back 4 weight. And if it's even a little heavy, he's got the backing.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't even have to throw it back line weight.
No, not back line weight, back 4 weight.
Oh, back 4 weight.
yeah.
I'm sorry, I misunderstood.
Sorry, yeah.
No, that
Yeah,
was my.
T-line,
I'm sure that's what
yeah,
you said.
T-line to back 4 weight, but if he's a little heavy, he's got the backing to
Hey,
stop
can
it.
we get a house view? Because Tanya is
Sure.
throwing hammer over on sheet D, and the house looks really interesting.
Oh my gosh.
And Tanya is yellow. She is squeak hard.
Oh, that's a terrifying house to have to throw against.
That is a real terrifying house. Well, and if you look at Craig's under the same situation. He's facing 5.
Though the good thing for Tanya here is that
Oh, and Craig is throwing it
It's
really hard.
wide.
yeah,
Really wide and really hard. But
Might
he
bounce
could
off
tap.
his own.
Yeah, he could tap it back, which I appreciate. Nope, they're going to give up 5.
so yeah, Tanya.
But Tanya, on the other hand,
she has the advantage of it being an open.
yeah,
hit,
way
but-
open hit.
Oh, she was light.
Yep.
That's 1 red.
Well, but she's oh yeah, it is
Second.
1. Well, but she cut them from 6
6 down to
to
1.
1,
Yeah.
and that is a hero shot, my friends.
Yes.
Sadly, with that, I have to head out. My team
Oh,
is
okay.
waiting on me, but thank you so much for having me on. here.
Hey,
Yep.
thank you for joining us. We'll see you at another bounce wheel.
Yep.
Have a good one.
Yep.
Yeah, have fun.
All right, switch back to our main view here. Oh. There we go. That switched around so that we get the actual target end for sheet B.
I'm back. Jim Graves with his first lead rock. Seems seems like it's a little heavy, but Henrik doing a heavy clean on it. Oh, sweeping. Must have caught something. Oh my gosh. I don't know if it's going to make it.
No. That's going to hog.
Henrik is trying his
well,
best.
No,
oh,
he did get it.
He got it.
Barely.
Again, that's why you pay your sweepers the big bucks.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's a big score from sheet C or from sheet B in the third end.
Oh yeah, that's huge.
Yeah.
So Craig is going to have to pull a rabbit out of his hat on this one. Yeah, I don't envy this team because they had the 8 o'clock draw in the morning and then they had the 8 o'clock draw at night.
Oh.
So I took Henrik home and he definitely took a nap.
Well.
He was tired.
Yeah. I can understand that. And yet at the same time, I don't feel too bad because I've had some situations for draw timing in a Bonspiel that were even worse.
Oh yeah? What was your worst draw time?
I had a game that started at 1:30 a.m.
What? Where was this?
Fairbanks, Alaska.
Oh, see, I'm never going to Alaska.
So the Fairbanks Curling Club, when I was up there, their end-of-year spiel was pretty much 24/7 from Thursday evening all the way through Sunday afternoon with like the 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. block reserved for ice maintenance.
I mean, on paper, that sounds amazing, but in practicality, I would never survive.
It is brutal.
Oh, yeah.
It is absolutely brutal. So when I was up there, it was separate men's and women's draws.
Yeah.
But they were playing, somewhat at the same time. The men had a 4-game guarantee because of the size of the pool of teams that were signed up always, and the women had a 3-game guarantee.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And at least on the men's side, if you stayed in the A the whole time and you just were winning, you would still play like 5 or 6 games over the weekend.
Holy cow.
Minimum.
Yeah, that's a lot of games.
And
your arms get tired.
And if you drop to the B or the C, depending on how much further you advance through each of those brackets, you could play upwards of 8 or 9 games.
Wow. Okay.
Especially if you were in the B.
Yeah.
Because in the B bracket, if you won, you actually requalified to play in the final.
I mean,
as the A.
That's a tournament I would definitely want to take 2 spares along with me. I would want a team of 6, so then like 2 people could rotate and sleep.
Yeah. So that time, so it was a 1:30 draw, 1:30 a.m. draw. We finished at 3:30, and then I think my next draw, because we lost, was pretty punishing. I think it was like 9 a.m.
Oh.
Yeah, it was really crappy.
That is brutal. That's definitely an energy drain kind of night.
Yeah.
But I think the people that don't win this game play, what did Bo say, like 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow?
I think it's 9 o'clock is the draw time tomorrow.
Okay. Well,
because I think it's 9 and then noon are the 2 draws tomorrow.
All right. Well, that makes it not quite as bad.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, a brilliant little rock put up there.
And I think it's only 9 because they didn't schedule as much time for ice maintenance between.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Because it's an internal spiel, they don't do as much. Like, they don't do a full scrape.
Yeah, they didn't do a full scrape on this. They just did I think they did do a scrape midday, though.
Yeah.
Before the 5 o'clock draw, and then they just did a quick mop pebble nip.
Yeah. Before our big, for our other big spiels like Cherry Blossom and whatnot.
Yeah, even the junior spiel we were doing 4 scrapes.
Yeah, and that's why the first morning draw is at 8, so that way they can do a full scrape and re-pebble before the final at noon.
Nice. So Craig asked Robert to get rid of that red rock in the 12-foot, and Alison is going to put it right back. Craig is sort of shrugging at his teammates like, I mean, that's what they're just going to do.
Well, over on A, it appears that taking that blank in the second end worked out pretty well for Team Cracking Cheese, because they turned around and scored 4 in the third.
Wow, that's excellent. Good for them. Good for them. That, I think, was a little deeper than Alison wanted, and Craig is going to ask Henrik to hit and roll. Here he comes. That's a little fast for me for a hit and roll. And I think it's going to, like, flash into the atmosphere. Oh, he got a little bit of a tick. So he kind of rolled the opponent's stone, but he didn't exactly do the takeout that his skip wanted, but that's okay. And Alison is going to say, put that rock right back, Camille. I want it right there. And over on sheet C, Ben Peters making his way down the ice for his first skip stone. Katy Perry, his vice, with her broom right next to a red stone sitting at the 4-foot, and he would very much like that stone to not be there anymore. Steven Johnson starting to help and sweep. And yeah, kind of I think a higher guard than what Alison wanted, but it's still going to do the job. Craig asking for a control weight hit from Henrik Carlson. Yep, and that is a very nice control weight hit.
That's looking really nice.
I like it. It's going to skeet. Oh, that was really close. And a beautiful takeout, but unfortunately they will lose the shooter, which sometimes happens. Alison now sitting 2, and the rocks are nicely split. And she's holding her broom. She wants to put her rock right back at the top of that 4-foot.
So this is the hammer. Oh, sorry. This is the hammer on C that's coming in right now.
With Michael Ray.
Yep.
And he's going to hit the...
Oh, he nosed it.
He did. He did a brilliant job. Well, no, I think Ben has hammer, right? Oh, no,
nope.
They kicked it. Okay.
Yep.
And that was how many then?
That was 1. So he would have wanted to roll that all the way out.
Yeah, and
get the blank.
It,
yeah.
And so that he could keep hammer.
Yep.
But he'll take his 1.
Yep.
Over on sheet D, it looks like the Tanya looks like she wants a hit and roll from Christy Belfontaine from Squeak Hard. Red is currently sitting 2 over there, and she would like Christy, I think, to probably try and get both of those out, but she would settle for a peel of 1. That would be great. Alison's rock coming up a little short from where she wanted it. She wanted that in the house at the 4-foot, and it has ended up being a guard. And let's see how Craig Markwardt capitalizes on this. He wants to draw. He wants to draw to the 4-foot where Alison wanted to draw. So Henrik has his broom set up, and Craig is going to jog down the ice for his first skip stone of the end.
Yeah, Christy ended up getting 1 of those 2 reds over there on D.
Yep. And red is still sitting 1. So if I'm red, I'm putting another one at the top of the 4-foot. Oh, Jonathan, it looks like Oh, he wants to take out Squeakheart's yellow that is in the 8-foot. Control weight hit, which means he probably wants to do a little bit of a roll.
Yeah, see if he can get the hit and the roll back to the center.
Yep. So we'll see what happens. Lowery on sheet C with her second stone. And she is going to take out that yellow rock and roll over, and it will roll out of the house. Here on sheet B, Craig Markwardt's draw. It's a heavy draw. It's got to slow down. It's slowing a little bit, and it will probably bump up against the stone in the back, but it will not be close enough for shot.
Oh, it.
Ooh, measure.
It hit the.
Oh, it's Alison has one more left.
Yeah, it hit the brakes though. As soon as it got to about the tee line, it just.
Oh, that was
stopped.
Craig's. Was that Craig's first? Yeah, that was Craig's first skip stone.
Yes.
Because I see another Yellowstone back there, and
Yep.
I'm going to presume it belongs to them.
Yeah, because he should have the hammer because, based on the score.
Yep, Alison heading down to Stephen Johnson, Laura Dunphy. She's going to give him a quick overview of what she wants, which is to basically sit right up against that Yellowstone and sandwich it in so that it cannot be used as a point. But really what yellow needs is for Alison to miss and then to come in and sit and draw in and sit for 2. They desperately need to score 2.
Yes.
But Alison doesn't miss very often. Over on sheet C, Ben's asking for a control weight hit and roll. Alison's rock, oh, it's just a little bit wide, and Henrik is doing his very best job to sweep it out. But she did tap that yellow back a little bit to the point where it is not shot anymore. So they're going to have to hit that red out if they want to sit 2. Henrik said something like, "It's not like it matters."
Oh, Henrik, you don't say that's the quiet part. You
Or
don't
no,
say it out
I
loud.
think it's not like it has to.
Oh, okay.
But Henrik, believe me, is all about scoring the points.
Yes, as most juniors are.
Oh yeah, the more points, the better.
Most juniors have yet to fully appreciate the value of a blank.
Right. Well, actually, he does appreciate the value of a blank. He played in a bond Spiel, and with his competitive junior team, and they blanked 4 of the 8 ends.
Nice.
Yes. It was very professional.
Yes.
As the kids say.
Yes.
Hello, fellow youth.
How do you do, fellow kids?
Craig is very worried about missing this rock. Henrik's got a stopwatch out, which means he is also concerned.
Yeah, they've got to get it past. The thing that's really messing with this and makes this one harder is that high yellow guard right up at the hog line with that first rock at the end.
That they threw.
Yes.
That they allowed to get over the hog line.
Yes. That Henrik swept so hard.
He did. He did this to himself.
Yes. And he's probably wishing he hadn't now.
Yes. Well, hindsight being what it is.
Yes. Oh, and they're deciding to come from the other direction.
Well, I like that call.
I do too. I think that is the easier line for this.
Especially,
if it weren't for that high yellow guard, then I would have liked the other one better.
Every day. And that's like a heck of a long tap back.
Yes.
if you're going to try and tap it back. Yes, sweep for line. Yep, it's got a curl, and here it comes. Get on it, because it's going to crash on that guard. It's really
Hard,
diving.
hard.
Hard. Henrik, get out there, too. Henrik, get out there, too.
And that's going to make it 1.
But that is going to make it 1. Although, measure. You never know. When in doubt, measure.
That one's a clear one.
Nah. I do like to joke about the measure because our holes there's a pin in the middle of every house is a pin, and the pins are not exactly in the center of the house, so you never if it's close, you should measure because you never know.
If it was you know.
I mean, yes, if there hadn't been 3 inches of
Right.
space, more of white space behind the red rock than the yellow, for sure.
Well, and the other thing is that in a spiel like this, it's just a set time limit versus like when we have playdowns, it's timed by end, but the clock doesn't run
during measures.
Yeah. Or even while rocks are running, and so yeah.
I totally forget about the time when I am out there playing, and there are times I look and I'm like, oh, we've been playing an hour.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
I guess I've gotten used to paying attention to a timer a little bit more.
Oh yeah?
Because Cap League. Because we have a
sure.
we have a strict clock that is facing out to the ice during Cap League. Versus a more generalized, just look at the clock on the wall that we have for like men's league and our other less serious leagues.
No, that's true. That's true. Less serious, less competitive. People
there's
still take it very seriously.
That's the better term. Less competitive.
Steven with his first one. Very nice, smooth delivery. He put a lot of spin on that. Typical rotation is about 3.5 rotations from hogline to hogline, and this one looks like it's going to have 6. But that is going to help. When it slows down, it's going to curl more.
Yeah, it definitely curled a lot right at the end.
Definitely did. And it's in a delightful center position around like the 1.5 guard area.
And all that rotation did probably help it get an extra foot.
I would agree. Yeah.
Because of carrying a little bit more with it.
Because of physics.
Yes. Science.
Jim Graves with his second stone. Henrik sweeping. Yep. Robert's on 2. Yeah, and that's going to get around, and that's going to get into the house. Maybe just a little bit of a bite. Yep, about halfway. All right, Alison looking at their high centerline guard, and she would like that actually removed already. So she's asking Steven to get rid of it. Steven and his cheese head delivering a beautiful rock. And it's going to peel, and is the shooter going to stick around? No, the shooter is also going to go out of bounds, which leaves their yellow's center guard, but it counts there.
Yep.
And it looks like
called the tap back to raise it into the 8 foot is what they were signaling.
Okay, is that what he did? Okay.
Yep. Because that should theoretically leave them with a guard in front on the center line if they nose it, and then bump that one back.
Do you have sheet D, red scored 1 in the 4th?
No, thank you.
Okay, sheet D, yeah. So Lactose Legends are now up 4-1.
Yep.
And I haven't seen sheet A hang anything yet. Oh, this is, okay. Sheet A actually this is hammer.
Okay.
Unless Mike Steele is standing in front of a rock. No, this is hammer on sheet A. Brian is coming down for the I don't grade it. And he is trying to draw in for 2.
It's a nice open draw for 2.
Nice open draw for, but those are like some of the hardest shots.
Sometimes.
Because you don't have any backing. You know, the pressure is on.
Just got to touch paint, though.
Yeah. This one's, I mean.
This is as big and open of a draw as you can get.
And he did a beautiful job. It was right in the 4-foot.
To tie the game. After 4.
All right, and it looks like the Brie-lliant sweepers threw a center guard to tap back Pasteurized process curling team product. I think I actually got the name right.
Let's see.
Pasteurized processed curling team product.
Yep.
Yay! It only took me 4 games. Robert Tolliver with his second shot. Henrik on it to do a heavy clean. Oh no, they're sweeping furiously.
It looks a little light.
Yeah,
that's definitely down weight.
It's definitely down weight. It might make it. Nope, it's not going to make it. It's going to be like a 3 guard.
Yep.
But I don't hate that. It's got, the little like swoop at the end. It's pretty much got that shot stone buried now. You'd see probably a quarter of it, maybe less.
Yeah, you can probably see it between those 2 guards, but there's not enough room to get one between them.
Right.
So almost looks like.
So I like that. That's good.
Are the Brie-lliant sweepers trying to heal their own guard here, or are they trying to hit the yellow that just got thrown?
I think they're trying to tap back.
Ah, okay, that would make more sense. They can do the run take.
It's got a Camille and Steven really have to sweep hard.
Nope,
Laura a little wide. Laura's, they ended up peeling their own guard, which is not a bad result for them. Laura's been really on fire all day, and this is like a rare miss. Well, and not even a miss, because even like the other result was great. They've suddenly exposed the yellow rock and forcing Craig to have Henrik throw a guard to protect it.
Yep.
Rather than being able to pile another one in the house for a 3rd point. So.
Yep.
So it worked out.
So Royce pointed out in the chat that they really like the new view.
Oh, great.
And just so everyone's aware, the reason why we haven't had this view in the past is because, well, our brilliant webcaster genius Ken just put this view together earlier this curling season. I think it was first available for us. I think at the junior Spiel is when it was.
Yeah, they were test running it a little bit, and there were a couple glitches, and so then he retooled it for the next. Oh no, we tested it at Glitter, and then it was working at juniors.
That's what it was. Yeah. But yeah, so this is a brand new view for this year. So thank you to Ken. And he also just got our computer switched over, so we now no longer have to worry about crashing the internet when we try to go live.
That was panic-inducing.
Oh, so many times. Especially at.
Well, it happened, and he was like on the ice, and so nobody could help.
Well, and there was. Was it at the? I think it was at the Mid-American at the beginning of December. That there was a couple times where I think I had to restart the computer about 4 times.
Oh yeah,
just
definitely.
to try to go live to begin the game.
Oh yeah, for sure. It was crazy.
So, but yes, we now have a brand new computer, all upgraded and all new components.
It's really lovely. And actually, do you know that computer arrived the 3rd day of the Mid-Atlantic?
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, the last day it arrived, and he's like, well, I don't have time to actually like load it and boot it up,
right.
So we'll have to wait for the next Spiel.
Yeah, so he was just getting everything moved over to this new computer this past week in preparation for the big Spiel.
Yeah, Ken works tirelessly on the webcasting software, and which makes us actually like have one of the best webcasts of any local, non-professional, all-volunteer curling club out there.
Yep.
So thank you, Steven's dad, for your compliments. We will pass them along to Ken. On sheet C, did you get the blank for the 5th end?
I missed that while we were talking.
And then it looks like. It looks like on sheet A, yellow scored. Oh, you already got yellow scored 2
Yeah, for the fourth.
for the fourth.
Yep.
Sheet C is playing so fast, which is
Yes.
great. You really want to have, like, especially if you're doing a timed game, you want to be able to get as many in there as possible.
Yeah.
Oh, and that was beautiful. That was a beautiful, beautiful takeout by Camille Schlanger, one of my juniors.
She is so in the zone.
She is. I'm like waving at her to like congratulate her, and she is like, I have to get down to the other end because it is my job to hold the broom. She is not wasting any time. She is the job. Oh, Dylan, when is the end point? So we get an hour and 55 minutes. When did we start?
Started at 8.
So we started at 8. Okay, so
it should be 9:55.
So 9:55. So we have about 50 minutes left.
Yeah, 40 minutes left. Yep.
Yeah.
So sheet C is currently on a pace to curl a full 8.
I mean, they could probably curl 9 if they wanted to.
Yeah. The other sheets might be a little behind that, so they may only get 7. However,
We'll
it
see.
was announced before the draw started that because
Right.
these are semis, if there's a need, because it's tied after the timer ends, that the skips have the option to either throw skip stones
Okay.
or do a full extra end.
Well, I definitely like the flexibility of that because I feel like the extra end is definitely what I call bonus curling.
Yes.
Is definitely a fair way of doing it, but so are skip stones, and so it really depends on how tired your team is.
Yeah.
How tired you are. I mean, for these guys, this is their 3rd game in 2 days. Many of them were up early doing the first draw. Many of them have been here all day. And so, yeah, I'd definitely be polling my team about where's your energy level at. I mean, skip stones are such an interesting animal because, like, you get one shot.
Yep.
And it's all on you, or you could play a whole extra end and, rely on your team to help bring you to victory.
And Bo did clarify that for Skips Rocks, it doesn't have to be the skip. It can be any of the players.
Right. It can be any, yeah. It
but
most often is the skip
yes.
because they have the most practice drawing to the button
and
throwing those draw shots.
And in many cases, they are also the best curler on the team.
In
Sometimes.
many cases.
In many cases.
That's
Not always.
Not always. There are a few teams in Cap League that I know of where the person holding the broom is not necessarily the best curler on the team.
Yep. What's funny, actually, in my Cap League team now, we do not have our vice the guy who is holding broom, who is the vice, throws second.
Yeah, well, so for our Pizza League team, I am the skip, but I am not throwing Skips Rocks.
Yeah.
We have Henrik or Mark will throw Skips Rocks, and I'm throwing lead.
Yeah, and the reason for why our 3rd does not hold the broom is because at the beginning of the season, he was actually our 2nd.
Oh.
And then our old vice had to move. He got a job.
Oh, yeah. How
was,
dare he?
Yeah, it was Matt Rosenblum.
Yep.
I
hope Matt's watching, Matty.
And I hope his shoulder is better.
Yeah.
Because in our last Cap League game, with him around, it was literally he was gonna curl Wednesday night, and then he was gonna move and drive to Boston, where his new job is, the next morning. And the 3rd end? No, 2nd end, I think.
Oh, it wasn't even at the end of the game. It was like at the beginning of the game.
Oh yeah, we were.
Oh my God.
He gets taken down because he tried to catch a rock that was coming in pretty hot.
Oh.
With his foot, and he ended up falling. And he landed right on his shoulder and dislocated it.
Oh my God.
So.
Bye. Here's your.
Yeah. Here's your
Here's your souvenir.
right. Oh, and we were playing Andy Dunham.
Oh, of course.
Of course. And yes, and we were up against Andy Dunham.
Yeah.
And then we, instead of just picking up where we left off, we restarted the game and we made that game up later. And then Andy
Beat
us soundly.
I feel like this is sabotage.
Yeah.
I feel like there's some deliberate, purposeful.
Right. Oh, and it was Andy's shot.
Oh my God.
And it was a heater.
I bet it was one of those 6-second peels.
Oh yeah, very much. But anyway, so now our vice, or our third, so Zach, who was our second, now throws third.
Yeah.
But he does not hold broom. Our fifth, who now is our permanent fourth, Alex. Yes.
Oh, Alex. Okay.
Yeah, Alex Hyla
Yeah.
is now our vice, but he throws second rocks because Chris wanted me and Zach still to be the sweepers for his 2 rocks at the end.
Sure.
Because we've been sweeping together as a team for several years now, and
Sure.
Chris
Yeah,
really
and he
wanted
knows.
to keep us together.
Well, and that's part of playing together as a team over and over and over.
Yep.
Is like, you know how that person throws, and you know how you have to sweep, and you just start understanding how their rocks behave on the ice, because of like the extra little juice that you give it, or
Yep, and so
that's the benefit of playing together. So you could tell. So sheet D actually, who is it? Hard Squeak.
yeah, squeak hard.
Squeak Hard. They play together on Thursdays, and you can tell that they play together on Thursdays because of how they communicate with each other, and like they non-verbally are communicating with each other as well. So
Yep.
you can kind of tell that they compete together more than just for this. So on sheet B, we have Alison's hammer shot. Yellow, pasteurized processed curling team product, is currently sitting 2. And they do have some very nice looking guards up there. But Alison is going to try to, it looks like, draw in between those 2 yellow guards and try and sit at the 4-foot, it looks like. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Let's see.
Here she comes.
Okay.
Yeah, ooh, it looks a little hot though,
Yeah,
and
that's
Henrik is
gonna
going
be
to
all the way out.
100% sweep that.
Oh, he doesn't even need to sweep it to get it out.
No, he just insultingly pushes his broom down. So that is 2 for pasteurized processed people, and so that brings them up to 8-3, and they're only behind by 5, which
Hey,
is
they're catching
only slightly more than half of the stones they have to throw.
Hey, their pace of catching up is accelerating. They got 1, now they got 2.
Oh, it's logarithmic.
Yes.
Whew.
So the question is it 4 next time or 3? What's the pattern? Is it doubling every time, or is it just 1 more than each time?
I mean, because I'm going to acknowledge my own bias that that the yellow people is my kid. I would like it to double, but
Exponential.
Yeah, I would like it to be exponential. But also, like, that's the thing about this club is we're all friends here, and I genuinely love to see good curling.
Yep.
And if they throw good shots, I get really excited about that.
Yes. Welcome to the Potomac Curling Club, where we'll give you a math lesson while doing a webcast.
That's right. Oh, Benaya Henry also likes the new screen layout as well. Thank you for chiming in. Another really slow draw from Jim Graves. And it's going to be half.
It's another high guard. Oh. Why do I
sort
feel
of
like
wonder,
they're going to pay for that one later?
Right. I sort of wonder, since history repeating, if it had been better if they hadn't swept that.
Yeah.
But, a guard is a guard. And they can choose to peel it later.
Yep. The true peel of shame.
The true peel of shame. Matter of fact, I think my second's first rock I would peel out. Or I would try and tap it back, just to really screw with people.
So.
But I love this. Look at it. Steven's first rock is a beautiful draw in. It's going to sit right at the tee line.
Oh.
Beautiful.
Just a dagger right there. Just
Yep.
right behind the guard on the tee line.
Well, and Craig is going to ask Jim to put it right in front and sort of just freeze it up against there. Maybe tap it back, have a little no, you don't really want separation when it's your other color. You want it to freeze right on top.
Yeah.
So that the energy and the momentum will just go right through the stone to the stone in the back without moving it or potentially like squirting it off to the side.
Yeah, just like a Newton's cradle.
Right, exactly.
More math.
More math, more physics, more science.
Yep. Over on sheet D,
so not
we
exactly
didn't
where you
show
wanted, but good.
yeah, so over on sheet D, we didn't show it, but they finished
Yes.
the fifth end with a blank.
Oh, good. Yes, we did. Yeah.
So that score is still 4-1 in favor of Lactose Legends.
And they actually very nicely split the house. Sweet Card split the house over there really, really nicely. So now Lactose Legends is going to have to... Wait, where am I? Yeah, Sweet Card and Lactose Legends, right? No.
On sheet D?
Yeah, who is it over there?
Yeah.
Sweet Card and... Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought Michael Ray was skipping Lactose Legends. But he's not. He's skipping Char-CUTE-ries.
Ah.
Craig holding his broom for a takeout, asking Robert Tolliver to send down a control weight up hit. And that it's a little slow, so his sweepers are on it. Henrik is doing what's called a snowplow technique. And that one doesn't have any handle on it either. So Henrik is snowplowing it to give it direction. And actually, it's not going to go where he wanted.
Oh, it's curling.
Oh, maybe it is going where he wanted to go. Maybe he was holding it for a draw and not for a control weight hit.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. I take it all back, Robert.
Now, it's close, but it looks like red is still one. But it's very close.
Yeah, red is still one. I don't know. Let me I'm looking at the overhead, and it's so. If I look down here at the screen, because of the angle that I'm looking at it, it looks pretty clear.
Yep.
But then I look up at this screen up top, and it doesn't look as clear. It's
So you look
but all I would need is Rob Young to be here, and he would tell me what it is.
I mean, it definitely looks like it's. See, and yeah, it's weird. Because it looks definitely more red on our computer screens. But yeah, you look up at the TV overhead, and it almost looks like it's yellow.
Yeah. See, it's weird. So
And yet it's the same camera.
Yeah, it's the exact same camera. It's just different background lighting.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a different plasma. So Rob Young is going to kill me, but I would measure that completely. But there's still like 4 more rocks to come down the ice. It's not going to matter.
Yeah. This is one where I would be like, yeah, I'll grab the measure for you. As
Yep,
an
and
official.
Henrik doing some, and Jim Graves in now sweeping, and they're just going to stack it right up there.
And that's going to solve that, because that is definitely yellow now.
Yep. All right. Henrik gonna go down and get ready for Henrik giving Alison a big smile. And Alison is gonna peel that high guard, because that is becoming a thorn in her side. Laura Dunphy is gonna throw a good peel takeout, I'm sure. And even if she noses it and sends it straight back, it's still going to mess up the house for pasteurized process people.
Yep.
It's a little wide. Oh, no, there it goes. Beautiful textbook peel. Well done, Laura. And, yep, yellow is out. Camille being very good about not anticipating that it would be out, but waiting for it to actually be out.
On one that's moving that slow, yeah. There are some
I
where
mean-
you know immediately, like, yeah, that's going all the way.
That is true. Well, and you do want to protect the other houses. But that one, I mean, I would have been tempted
Yeah,
to grab it because it was.
That one was slowly moving over, and the temptation was there. But
Yeah.
I'm glad she didn't.
Yeah.
Because I could have also easily believed that it didn't go out
Sure. Yeah. Well,
if I had looked away.
and me being me, I would have made the argument.
Yes.
Because I like to argue.
Well, and again, if it's not yours, then
Oh yeah, you got to be polite. I mean, that's all about like the. So spirit of curling and curling rules. You call your own fouls against yourself. There's no umpire out there. The other team doesn't police what you do. You know, nothing like that. You are. It's your integrity, and you're you have to actually like play a fair game.
Yep. And even at the higher levels, you know, where there actually are officials sitting on the ice, you know, right there off, you know, to do those measurements and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
They're only there to resolve rules questions that
Yep.
the skips don't know the answer to, or to
Or resolve a disagreement.
Yeah, that the skips. Yeah, when the skips can't agree.
Well, and as Alan says, he was like, "Don't call us over there if you aren't gonna like what you're gonna hear."
Right.
Like
Exactly.
it's better. Like it's like mom and dad. Don't make me come up there.
Right. Exactly.
You know, you figure it out yourself, and you know you're gonna be able to live with the decision that you make, but you may not be able to live with my decision.
Right.
You know.
Because we don't care what the result,
Right.
how it affects you guys. You know.
Right. We're the final arbiters.
Yep. Yeah, when I throw down that micro measure to make a determination, I don't care which one.
Oh
wins
yeah, doesn't
or
matter to me.
loses.
Yeah, my kids often get mad because I'm like, I don't care. Like it's
Yep.
like I'm gonna play it fair and honest. If your stone isn't the closest, I'm gonna tell you your stone isn't the
Right.
closest.
Yeah.
Somebody else deserves the win. Oh, Craig calling for the curl, but this is so heavy. Oh, I think Craig wanted a tap back, and
Yeah.
Henrik was just wide.
Yep.
But that's okay. That happens. Allison is gonna sit, asking for a draw right up against that yellow to cut them, to keep them to one, to prevent them from being able to draw in and start stacking onto the button. Oh, that looks beautiful. Camille did a beautiful job. Sweepers are on it, but only for line. They may have overswept it for length. And it ticks out, and Henrik's not even bothering to sweep that because it is going to be sitting third shot.
Yep.
And it creates a really nice backing for Craig. So Craig's going to try and come in and sit just ahead of the button. So if Alison comes in with her, when she comes in
Yeah.
with her skips rock, she can only nudge it back so far, and Craig will still be sitting two. JR walking over. Oh, just heading to the bathroom.
Yep.
On A, it looks like on the fifth end, yellow scored one. Do
Yep.
you have that?
Yep.
Okay, good.
I didn't say anything because I just noticed it a minute ago.
I'm glad to know I'm not completely obtuse.
No.
Oblivious to what is happening around me. Craig taking his time, getting himself lined up. I would be doing a few exhalations to get my heart rate down.
Right. I know I do that all the time when I get ready to throw my first rock at the end. Mostly because half the time I just
right.
finish sweeping.
Sweepers are on for line. Henrik is calling him hard. He is not going to be able to talk at all tomorrow. Yep. Yeah, they need it for length. They need it for length.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Slow down.
Nope, nope. They still need to go. They need to go all the way. Well, they've definitely solidified that that Yellowstone is going to be shot.
Yes. Looked like it overcurled just a little bit because it's a little more to the right side than I know they had initially wanted.
Yeah, a little bit. But Alison does have a draw path in there. It's difficult,
Yeah,
but it's there.
Yeah, that's not an easy one.
Well, and Alison has a lot of skill. She's been playing in Bonspiels for a long time. They actually won. Her team actually won the Women's Mid-Atlantic.
Oh, that's right.
So she wasn't skipping for that one. I think she was second or vice.
I don't remember. It's been
but
a month and I don't remember.
It feels like it's been 42 years ago.
Right.
Like this month, like it's what, January 10th,
Yeah.
and it feels like it is February already. It's wild. But yeah, my point though is Alison has so much talent and skill, and making this draw is absolutely possible for her. It's coming at a pretty good clip. Camille not calling the sweepers on. Oh, she called Laura. Yep, there's Steven. I don't know if it has enough juice. I think it's going to be at the top 12.
Over curling.
Yep. And I don't think Camille called them on too late. I wouldn't have called them on any earlier than that, too. I feel like it just all of a sudden put on the brakes.
Yeah.
All right, Craig's going to try it again. He's going to try and draw in and rest up against that red one in the back of the 4. Or actually, he's probably going to do, he wants to be at the front of the 4 because, again, Alison is going to follow his stone right in there and try and draw in.
Yep.
And nudge his stone back. Or she's going to do peel weight and blow everything to pieces in there.
You never know.
Which would be what I would do, but don't do what I do, kids. Over on sheet C, Char-CUTE-ries are sitting 1 currently. Grate Expectations is sitting second shot, but Char-CUTE-ries has a nasty little biter over there on the right, and if they take out Grate Expectations rock, they would be sitting 3.
Yep.
And this will be Michael Ray's first stone.
Ooh, okay.
All right.
So
I actually love that stone placement for Craig.
Yep.
I feel like that is exactly where he wanted it. I mean, granted, they're only going to score 1 out of this, but it really makes it impossible for Alison to draw in.
Yeah.
But she's got to feel good that she's cut them to 1. You know, she's gonna do the force of 1 on this. But is she calling it? I can't tell because I have a wall of men in front of me blocking my view. But did she call a hit?
I'm not sure because she's got her broom basically right on the pin.
Yeah.
But I can't tell what that is trying to indicate.
I do love the fact that the rocks are in the shape of almost a question mark, though.
Yes.
Which I feel like I have question marks dancing around my head right now.
Right. As another scoring update,
Yes.
over on sheet D, they just finished the 6th end, and Squeakheart scored 1.
Ooh.
To bring the score to 4-2.
Good for them. Oh, and Alison, it's just, I think she chose to throw it away. I think she was like, there's really nothing that I can do that if I throw a rock in there into that mess, I'm just going to damage myself.
Right.
And potentially promote one of their Yellowstones to 2, which is it's a very smart decision. Just throw it away.
Very disciplined decision there.
Absolutely.
To let them steal the 1 instead of potentially giving up a bigger steal.
Oh no, yellow had. Oh no, I guess Alison had hammer. Yeah.
Yeah.
To let them steal the 1. Oh, and they're doing handshakes.
Yep.
Oh, and a cute little kiss. Steven and Laura. I'm actually kind of surprised that they did handshakes already, given that they have like 10 minutes left. They could do it. They could have done another end, and they had scored one. They were only down 8-4, but you know,
Yeah.
I guess Craig also realizes that this, because they lost, this means that they have to play at 8 in the morning, and they would like to do some room stacking and then go home and go to sleep.
Well, since this is a semifinal, I don't know that they have to play at 8. I think they goes.
I thought that's what Bo said, was that the losers play at 8.
Losers play at, you're right.
Yeah.
Right.
Allison
The
doesn't
winners,
care.
Right. The winners
Yeah.
just advanced all the way to the final
Right.
at noon.
Allison doesn't have to be up until
Right.
11.
Right.
And then she can roll in here at 11:15.
Yep.
But yeah, Craig and Pasteurized people need to be here at 8 in the morning,
Yeah.
including one of the mothers.
So let's go ahead and swap over to. So we'll have C, our game on C, be our feature now.
Nice.
And we'll show the game on sheet D over on the side.
Great. Okay. So currently, Char-CUTE-ries, it looks like, is sitting to, let me see. Let me sheet C far. All right. Yeah. Well, no. Char-CUTE-ries is sitting 1, and the Great Expectations is sitting the second rock. Yeah. So red is sitting 1 and 3, yellow is sitting the second shot, and Ben is coming in with his first skip stone to take out the shot rock, and he, boom, will.
Okay.
So if I am Char-CUTE-ries, yes, I am getting rid of that rock immediately. Michael Ray doesn't even take 2 seconds to think about it. Yeah, he would like to do the hit and roll. He confirms with Josh Day, his vice. And Steven mopping the ice, which is common. The winners usually take care of the ice care. All right, Michael Ray. Very nice delivery, very smooth. Laura, we sweeping furiously. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. I need water. And boop, and just a little more roll than he wanted, and so he's going to lose the shooter.
And yellow is still sitting 1 now.
Yes, and Ben having Katy Perry put, not that Katy Perry, but our Katy Perry, put her broom down. And it looks like, I thought he wanted to draw in, but now seeing her broom placement, I'm thinking he wants to take that shot out, maybe roll. Right? I mean, it's right next to the rock. It's not, the broom's not on the tee line.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's because certainly that far out could be a draw, but the fact that it's next to that rock, yeah, that's.
Well, we'll know as soon as we see how fast Ben is pushing that rock.
Yeah, and Ben being one of our, I'll say younger in terms of age, but certainly his experience.
Yeah, that's a takeout shot. That's definitely control up.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. He is a little bit more aggressive on strategy than others. And
very nice little roll. It's going to go out.
Yeah, he's going to pay for it that time.
That's okay.
So he gets 1 instead of being able to tie, because that was the hammer.
That was the hammer, yep. But still, like, I'll take 1.
Yep. But now they are down 1 without hammer.
That is true. And going
end.
into basically the final end.
Yeah. Well, it is going to be the final end because it's the 8th. Unless they
Oh,
steal.
that was 7th. Yes. Yeah. This is, unless they steal.
Yep.
Well, which is entirely possible. Ben's been playing really great.
Yep. But, yeah, down 1 without is not a fun position to be in.
No, that it's a little bit high pressure.
Yeah. So we're definitely going to see a guard here. And they have to they have to do everything they can to set up a steal. They have to curl lights out.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, Char-CUTE-ries.
Narrow because it's already curly.
Yeah.
They really needed it on the center line, and it is past it.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a good 2 feet past center line, and it's going to be barely over the hog.
Yeah, that is definitely not the start to the end that they wanted.
Ben, a little smile on his face. He knows that that was hilarious. That was not ideal.
And if I was Char-CUTE-ries here, I might just throw this rock out.
Yeah. Yeah, your dad's been talking to us all night. Oh, was he? That's hilarious.
Yeah, because, I mean...
Yeah, I don't know.
anything
It looks
in
like he's
here-
putting it in, though.
Yeah, because if I was Skip for Char-CUTE-ries, I would probably just call for this to be all the way out.
Well, it looks like it's going to go through the house anyway, but it's so, well... And Ben is going to sweep it out, which I don't know if I would have done that, Ben. I think I would have left it in there in the back and start just, like, piling some stones in against it.
Yeah, in this case, it's the opposite of what you would normally want.
Yeah.
Because Char-CUTE-ries would want to keep it out, and Ben would want to keep it in to be a target.
Oh, 6N on A was blank.
Ah.
They just finished.
Yes. So a second blank end on sheet A.
Is there a prize for that?
You know, that's a question for Bo.
That is a question for Bo. Where is he? Bo! Nope. He's off
Disappeared.
he's off being a good coordinator.
Yep.
All right, and Ben in now on sheet C to help sweep that rock in. They really want that rock in.
And it is.
It is completely exposed, and Michael is going to take it out.
Yeah, that is and honestly, I know he said roll it over to the
I
side.
wouldn't want it to stay. I want everything out.
I agree. I would want that to disappear entirely.
Yeah, absolutely. I would want both. Oh, Josh, little bobble there. Yeah, if I were Michael, I'd want to peel that out and just get rid of it. Yep, and it's boom, boom. Yep, they're both gonna go.
It curled across the face further than he had called, but it works out, and I think that's the better result.
Yeah, me too. I would not have wanted my red rock to stick around.
No. A clean house is Char-CUTE-ries'
best friend, right?
Yes, exactly.
So Ben asking for Kyle to send a nice little draw down to come in behind that guard to rest. I think he wanted it about at the 8 foot in the white, but I'm not 100% sure.
This one is curling a good amount already.
Yeah, but it's around their guard, and they just needed to get in the house, and I'm a little worried that it's slow.
Oh, and then they got off of it.
Why did you stop sweeping?
Yeah.
Ah!
Because that doesn't do you any favors.
Yeah, you need it in the house, and Michael's gonna peel the really high guard.
Yeah, it's the easier one to peel, and so it's definitely, I would say that's the right call.
Yeah, even if I'm Ben, I want that guard gone. It's in my way.
Yep.
Oh no, they're gonna flash. No, they flashed all the way through. That's that's unusual for Jackie, even though she's been off the ice for like 6 weeks.
I almost wonder if they were trying to curl around and grab that back one the way, because it was.
No, I mean Michael had his broom right there at the top rock. So and now this gives Kyle though another chance to do a draw around behind into the house.
Yep.
Into that 8 foot. But it is heavy. It's got some tone. Nope, stay off of it.
Yeah, they're giving it back to Char-CUTE-ries here.
Yeah, no. Yeah, Michael's just gonna sweep it out.
Yep.
All right, but that's fine. Katie's up next for her. But for Char-CUTE-ries, Jackie Sharp has one more rock to go. And she's going to try and take that guard out yet again, and she's just a little wide. Oh, is it coming in? Laura Yee
trying to push it.
Sweeping for curl. Nope, she's wide again.
Yep.
And I could hear Jackie laughing. But she just gave it a little push at the end of her release.
Yeah.
And that's sometimes what happens. You just get a little off balance. So Katy Perry is going to try and do the draw behind that Ben's been asking for. Very nice and smooth. The sweeper's not on it. I wouldn't call them on it. This looks heavy to me.
Yeah, this looks like it's going to be out.
I mean, it's to the point where I'm like, I would throw some dirt in front of it.
Pocket sand.
Yeah, we can put my pocket sand down. Yep, Michael not even bothering to really sweep it hard.
Yep.
And Michael is going to once again ask for this rock to be peeled, and he's giggling.
Third time's the charm, right?
Right. Josh Day will be able to get it.
Yeah, Josh is a really good shot, so.
He is an excellent takeout artist,
yes.
for sure. It wouldn't surprise me if he nosed it and ended up popping out the one in the back too.
Yeah, that sounds.
Yep, and he's gonna nose it. Oh no,
They're rolling it.
and Laura is sweeping to get it out. Yep,
she got it.
Because they do not want that guard to stick around.
No, they don't. Though the fact that even if it had stayed in all the way over on the sideline there.
Oh yeah, it would not have.
Wouldn't have made a difference.
I would only have been worried about it being like a tripping hazard.
Right.
For somebody sweeping.
Yeah.
All right, Katy Perry coming in with her second vice stone, and Ben asking, please, please, for a draw behind. It still looks pretty heavy. Sweepers are off of it.
Yeah.
Ben timing it. This one's slower, but it's still going to go right through the house.
Ooh.
No, it's
yeah,
not even going to stick around.
Okay, well.
So Michael Ray going to peel another guard.
And make it a clean sheet.
Yep.
Which is everything he could ever ask for right now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, especially when he has a hammer.
Yeah.
I don't know, Josh Kemp coming out like a little crooked out of the hack.
Calling for the curl.
Yeah, calling for the curl. It's a little wide, but I think he's got it.
Yep.
Yep.
Definitely got it.
And it's going to peel everything out. Yep. All right, both are gone. All right, so if I'm Ben, throwing my first skip rock, yeah, I'm putting it clear over on the edge.
Yeah.
I'm not putting it on the button because Michael Ray has too much practice drawing to the button.
Yeah. Well, and again, if he puts it in the center, then it's just an easy takeout down the center.
Yep.
The
Absolutely.
takeouts get a lot more wonky and harder the further out in the edge of the house they are.
Which is such an interesting, fact.
Yeah.
It's just.
I think it's partially, it's a little harder angle. It's not as straight, and the ice isn't as used, so that you don't know the ice. The ice will do things that you might not have a good read on.
Yeah, absolutely. And over on sheet D, Tanya is throwing her last skip stone for speed card, and they're currently sitting 2, which would tie it up for them. And if she's able to draw this in, they could possibly sit 3. She might be trying to tap back her own rock.
Yeah.
So here comes Ben's
draw.
Legends. They have to sweep, Ben, sweep.
Because Lactose Legends has hammer.
Come on, Kyle.
Here, so
Sweep.
on D.
All right, I do actually love that for Tanya, and I love this for Ben too. His sweepers really, really did a huge job. And Michael Ray, put your broom right there. I am going to take it out.
Yep. Okay, so Lactose Legends here. This, I think, this is hammer, right?
This is hammer.
Yeah, so they have to draw to full 8 to.
And this is their last end. It is 9:55. They're all done.
Yep. The time limit is passed.
Yep. just right now.
Yes.
Time limit has just been achieved. And same thing down on sheet A. This is going to be their last end, but it looks like they each have 3 stones left. All right, clutch shots on both sheets. No pressure for anybody. Michael Ray, Jackie sweeping, and Michael's got this, but he's going to nose it, so his shooter is going to stick around.
Yeah.
And
which, in this instance, isn't the worst.
no, actually, I like it a lot because if I'm Ben, I'm going to put my shot behind their just kitty corner so that it's kind of like sort of biting the 8-foot.
Okay. So
But that's a pretty precision shot.
So on sheet D, they just finished the end, but it looks like they got to try to figure out, is it 2 or 3?
Measure, measure.
Because Squeakheart definitely got 2, but the question is it a tie and need an extra or skip tracks, or is it a win?
Measure, measure.
Yeah.
We might have a measure on sheet D, Bo.
They already grabbed it. So it is a measure for a possible 3.
This is the best day of my life. I love a measure. Like, it is the clutch shot. This is for the game.
Yep.
And you need to measure it. This is the best. And here comes Ben with his final rock. Beautiful release. Really nice. Sweeper should get on it now.
It was red over on sheet D.
Was it red?
Yes.
Oh my God, what are they going to do?
So it is a tie game, and I will update it as soon as Ben's rock
give it a little
stops
sweep.
moving.
All right, I love that for Ben. That it is a little more exposed than I want it to be, and Michael Ray is going to try and take it out. So, ooh, Katie, what are you doing?
Tripping over rocks, apparently. Okay, thumbs up, she's good.
Thumbs up, she's okay.
All right, so.
Oh my God.
This
She just backed up and backed into a whole stack of rocks.
Yeah, so Michael just wants to take out that yellow and be done.
Right. He would very much just like to go home now. But I don't know. He looks wide to me.
Yeah, they're trying to curl it.
Yeah, I don't think it's curling. Oh,
no!
no!
He's got his. Oh!
And Jackie sweeping.
Oh, she got it.
She got it. Oh, Jackie sharp.
Oh, the clutch roll. That's a 1, and that is it.
Jackie Sharp saved their bacon.
Yes, she did. 1 point.
1 point for Char-CUTE-ries to take them to 5-3 in a very exciting finish.
Yep.
And it looks like that Lactose, Legends, and Squeakheart have opted to do a 9th end. Or an 8th end, basically.
Yeah.
They tied, and they're going into extra ends.
That measured on D.
D. No, it was 9:55 before they threw their last shot.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. All right, well, good. Okay, good. Well, regardless, it was tied, and now they're playing an extra end. Do not damper the excitement in our announcing booth. Who has the 2-hour drive? Oh, yeah? No pressure. Oh, Jackie Sharp saved their bacon by sweeping the red rock past Ben's tying rock. So giving them a point and taking them to 5-3. Okay, and over on sheet A, we can see the overhead shot of that, and you can see Simon is holding his broom, and JR is throwing his first skip rock to try and take out the I don't grade it yellow. JR being the skip of cracking cheese, Gromit.
Yeah, we don't have as good a camera angles on our outer sheets, so we'll pretty much stick with just the overhead ones here.
Yeah, I did the the long shots on A earlier, and I
Yeah.
think I made some people seasick
Yeah.
from
Yeah,
the
you will.
swing of the camera.
Yeah.
All right, and there's JR's rock. Oh, it's a little heavy, and Liz Tigner is an excellent sweeper, and she sweeps that out the back. But it looks like I Don't Grate It is sitting 2. But again, the lens is fisheye, and it's hard to tell. But
Yeah,
I'm fairly certain it's 2 yellow.
I would say that is 2 yellow.
I do like to hedge my bets.
Because that definitely looks like that's more than half of the yellow is in the 12.
Yep.
But only probably a third of the red is in the 12 on sheet A.
Right. I would agree with that wholeheartedly. All right, so Tanya asking for a tap back of the yellow into the red to get rid of Lactose Legends counting shot. And Connor Mulvey, her second. Wait, is he playing second or he's playing lead? No, he's playing second. So it looks like he'll be able to do that. Doesn't look like that guard, that really high guard, is in the way too much.
Yeah, it's there's a guard near the just off the center that we can't see on the screen.
Yeah, it's about 2 feet off of the hog line and about a foot to the left of the center.
Yeah, we unfortunately don't have a nice guard view on our outer sheets like we do on our.
I mean, the guard view's the guard view's okay, as
Yeah,
long as we're not like swinging it.
Yeah, the guard view uses the point to zoom, so it's not quite as straight on. It's a little oblique.
Oh no, it's definitely not as straight on, but you do get a view of the guards too.
It's there.
So there you go.
Yeah.
And it looks like I Don't Grate It is sitting 3 now. And JR is skating back to his hack over in sheet A to throw the hammer shot to hopefully tie it up for him. What is this? Oh, trivia. When was the last time an all 5 and under team made the A final here at the Big Spiel? I have no idea. I'm going to guess. I'm going to make stuff up, and I'm going to say 2019. Is that, what was that? Oh, possibly 2023 then. I think Jackie Sharp was on that team.
I have no idea.
Ask Jackie. What was that? What did I do? Oh, I'm so sorry. I turned off your headphones.
It's okay. So it looks like we have a final on sheet A. It looked like I Don't Grate It scored. It looked like 2, so that will make the final score 7-4.
And I Don't Grate It will go on to the finals.
Yep.
And Cracking Cheese will, I think they may be back here at 8 a.m.
Yep.
Over on sheet A, we have Squeak Card bringing in another perfect guard to perfectly match the first guard.
Yep.
A beautiful match set. And let's see, who's in the hack right now?
Lactose Legends.
Is that Todd Trivet?
Yeah, that is Todd.
That's Todd. Really nice guy.
That is a upweight shot.
That is an upweight. He is going to peel that guard into Kentucky. Oh, no, he winged it.
Yeah.
He winged it, bounces off the wall, and it actually gives Squeakheart a really lovely center guard now.
Yeah, and it also opens up a nice draw to the button for
He had a little bobble on his release.
He did.
And so, well, more than a little. He had a big bobble on his release,
Yeah.
which changes the trajectory of the stone. And honestly, like, that could have gone far worse.
Yes. All right, so this is Christy Belfontaine's first rock.
She is
of
the
the end.
vice.
Yep.
So this is rock number 5. And it looks like Tanya is asking for her to draw in to the 4-foot, kind of behind, in between those 2 red stones that are currently out there.
Yeah, I would say probably T-line weight, but yeah, between the reds.
Looks really heavy. Looks heavy to me.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be out the back.
Yeah, Jamie gestured. Yeah, that's going out the back, especially if the skip sweeps it, which they do, as is their prerogative after the T line.
All right, so this is Jonathan's turn now in the hack for Lactose Legends.
Yeah, Jonathan also super nice guy.
Oh, yeah.
You want someone to come volunteer for your thing? Jonathan will be there. He's very generous. Oh, and he's got a beautiful draw weight to match.
Ooh. Yes, that is.
Oh, I love that for him. That's wonderful.
Yes, that is fantastic.
All right, and Tanya is. Looks like she would like Christy to. Is she asking for a takeout?
I don't really know that.
Not sure what she's. I mean, it almost looks like she's asking for a freeze, but I don't think the freeze does anything for her there.
A freeze, depending on the angle, could be a setup for a future takeout.
That's. I mean, yeah, she's. I mean, Tanya is so smart. She's probably thinking like 4 moves ahead.
Right. Okay, now she's indicating kind of back house weight. Back 12 weight with this.
I think she maybe wants to tap that back.
Yeah.
And just have it to be in the back of the 4-foot to be some nice backing for some future stones. And that's a beautiful delivery by Christy. Really nice and smooth. Sweepers are on it. It's got to go, she says. It's got to curl. Oh, that's really straight. Jamie trying to get it to curl. It's going.
Yep.
It's going.
Okay.
Not quite the result she wanted, I don't think, but I don't hate it.
Yeah. Classic
I mean,
curling phrase.
I don't, yeah. Well, that's why that one, I don't grade it is like in my top 5 of beloved names. All right, and Lactose Legends, they are going to remove that yellow. They would definitely like that to not be there. And here Jonathan comes with a control weight takeout.
No, that is not.
Oh no! What is?
That is.
The handle looks really slow. Oh, there it starts.
It
to
is.
go.
Well, it's also curling in towards the center.
Well, it didn't have a handle for a little bit.
It was a little light, but then it picked up more handle.
Yeah.
But it is gonna grind to a halt in the 12-foot.
Ooh. Well, a big opportunity for Tanya. Yeah, so I'm totally curious to see what Tanya does. No. Could we hear you screaming all those obscenities and profanities? Absolutely. On our PG podcast, 100%. Oh.
Good discussion going on here on sheet D. Try to figure out. Ooh. Okay, I know that one of our viewers in the chat was typing in the football game score.
Oh yeah, what is the football game score now?
Well, so yeah, he gave us an update a while ago that it was 14-0 Ravens over the Steelers.
Yeah.
It is now 28-7 Ravens.
Really?
Yes. Here, I pulled it up because I was curious.
Holy cow.
Yeah, the Ravens are.
They're on fire and fuego.
They are not
up,
leaving anything to chance. Oh.
Folks, I am told that in 2011, the big Spiel had an all 5 and under final between two teams. Courtney was on an all 5 and under team. They made it to the final, and the winners that year were Adios Pantalones, skipped by Joe Rockenbach.
Yep, Adios Pantalones. I remember that team because their name is amazing.
Right, and the big Spiel rules have changed a bit over time. There have been years where you could only have like a 2 and under, or you had to have like different rules, different years. But a rare accomplishment by I Don't Grate It, to say the least.
So I know I just mentioned that it was 28-7, and then immediately the Steelers made it 28-14.
Oh, well, the Steelers have a way of breaking people's hearts.
Well, I mean, they did have the ball. I didn't know where. I didn't pay attention to where on the field they were. They finished off their drive right after I said what the score was.
Sorry, I looked at my phone and I had like 13 texts, and I was like, what has happened in my life? But no, nothing. There was absolutely nothing important, which I feel like is also indicative of my life.
Yep.
All right, Tanya coming in with her first skip stone. Coming in pretty fast. She's going to break up those guards. She's going to remove one only and send the other one to the center line, which I actually kind of like for her.
Yeah, it starts cutting down the center line draw path a little bit.
Right. But it's still there.
Yes.
I mean, I know that she wanted to clear both of those guards to give her a much better shot at the red that are in the center.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, it could have been worse. Jonathan and his skip, Palmer. I can't remember his first name. He's kind of new to our club, but he's not new to curling.
Dean Palmer.
Dean. Talking over their options to try and they really only need 1 point. They've got to save. They've got to protect one stone. And it looks like he can't be drawing in.
I don't know why they would want to here. Because
I mean, why aren't you guarding the draw path on the other side?
Right, because Lactose Legends has hammer, and they're already sitting multiple.
Yeah.
They just need to protect what they already got.
Well, I'm really interested to see sort of how their strategy plays out, because it is so contra to what I would decide to do. But I'm a pretty inexperienced skip. So I'm always, it's one of the reasons why I like to do the telecast and stuff is because I get to look to see what other skips do. And like Tanya is a very experienced skip and Dean is a very experienced skip. So I'm really curious to learn here and watch how this plays out.
They trying to roll in off of their own? No? He rolled out. I wonder if maybe they tried to, if he was trying to use his own to roll in.
Yeah, possibly.
To clog up the center even more underneath those guards.
But then Jonathan swept the other stone kind of more towards the out.
Yeah, I don't know. Because that certainly doesn't help them. I mean, I guess it makes it a little harder for Tanya to do the same thing.
Well, it looks like Tanya is looking kind of at a tap back.
Yeah. Ooh, it would be a double tap back.
Well, she's looking at coming around. She's looking at like a draw, like a heavy draw coming around hers.
Okay, now she's looking at this. Yeah, this is the hit and roll off of her own right here. That's what that's what they're looking at right now.
I mean, it could be a straight draw too.
I suppose that's possible. Though if it was a straight draw, I think they'd give a little bit more ice.
I don't know. The ice isn't really curling that much.
That's true. It is sheet D, and the rocks do like to fall to the wall.
I mean,
so
it's
it's
like
not
they're
going to curl.
magnetically attracted. So
Yeah, so it's trying to curl it away from the wall. You got to give less ice.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna not want to curl.
Right.
And we have the same problem on sheet A with the exterior wall as well.
Yep.
It's weird.
It is kind of weird, but you know, if you're experienced at playing on it, you can use it to your advantage.
Yeah, that's definitely not a takeout. Wait.
Nope, and the sweepers are on it.
Jamie's trying to push.
Yep. Jamie's in the front. Connor's helping.
Yeah, they're trying to get this to curl more, and yet it's moving.
Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Can we get the overhead view?
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
they got it! Holy crap.
Okay, but that was their last stone.
That was their last stone, and Dean still has one more to go.
Dean has the hammer.
The whole warm room, well,
Just-
I'd say like a third of the warm room is up watching this. And the other people are like broomstacking because they've just made it off their games. Oh my God.
Let's do this. Let's.
What are we doing?
Do.
Okay, thank you. All right. All right. Dean's just going to try a simple takeout. Simple, easy peasy. What could happen? Takeout.
Yes, this is hammer.
Yeah, this is hammer. Oh, okay. I was like, what? Who?
Okay. Pressure shot
Yep.
for all the marbles.
Yeah, literally.
So here's the extended view.
All right, here comes the rock. Good control weight.
Sweepers are on it immediately. Ooh,
Well, and he's got 2 good sweepers.
They're trying to hold it straight.
All right, switch to overhead.
Oh,
It crashed on the guard.
Yep.
Oh, my gosh. Squeak hard. Squeaking out a win over Lactose Legends in the very last 3 ends.
Yep.
Truly exciting. So Lactose Legends, we will see them back here at 8 o'clock in the morning. Squeak Hard, we will see them in the finals at noon. I think there's going to be hugs all around.
So here's a final wrap up of all of our scores from this draw.
Very exciting games. This has been amazing.
Yep. Well, with that, again, that's our last draw of the day. We will be back at 9 a.m. for our
not 8 a.m. I
Yes.
just feel like it should be 8.
Well, that's because for our bigger ones it is.
It is at 8. Right?
But tomorrow it will be 9 a.m. for our semifinals for our other events. And then our final will be at noon Eastern time.
And I'll see you here.
Yep. And we will see all of you tomorrow. Have a good night, everyone.
Au revoir.